Hello, Sagittarius. Thank you for tuning into your general read. For the main part of the read, I'm going to use the They Lima Tarot by Renata Lechner. For the supportive oracle cards, the magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Already shuffled? Let's see what we have. It's down here. It's a lot on the other side I'm noticing here. No. So it's something in the environment you're dealing with, okay? Alright, you got divine guidance here at the bottom. Divine guidance in this situation makes me feel like things are being directed in a certain way. Something around you is going through, well, something or someone, it's kind of iffy, is going from a very good place to a very difficult place. And I feel like your connection to this is what this reading is about. But it's like you're witnessing a lot, and I feel like there's only minimal you can do here physically, but I feel like you're more of support. I feel like you're standing by somebody, but it's not like I don't feel like you're talking to them a lot. I feel like you're just being there, and you're just reminding them that you're there if they need you. Because as we're coming into the situation, I'm getting everything seems on point. Coming into the situation, everything seems on point. You get along with this person. I'm getting you get along with this person is you're on good terms. I just don't feel like you're constantly around them, or I don't feel like you're extremely close, but I feel like you're around them. You're conducive with them. Things seem to be on point. Same old, you know, nothing new. And I'm getting the other side, they're enjoying life. Everything seems very good. They got this Two of Cups energy going on here. You see them going through life. They seem very happy. This is somebody who means something to you. No matter what arena in life, be it work, family, friends, I don't feel like it matters that much in what arena. This is somebody you like. Somebody you're not extremely close with, but that you care about, and that what happens in their life means something to you. Like, I don't feel like I don't see like there's not daily, like you're not touching base daily about what's going on in each of your lives. But this person is going through a phase where they're very happy. Things seem very, very good. You seem very comfortable. Like everything is secure, organized, great. This situation, this person who seems like their life is going really well, and it is, it's like all of a sudden, like the storm clouds are apparent from across the valley, and they see the storm coming towards them. I'm getting the storm is so charged that not only do they see it, but other people around them, including you, know that they're headed into a dark time. Things may be really good right now, but that dark time is coming forward, and they see it, but you see it too. You're not the only one, but other people around see it too. But you're seeing those storm clouds across the valley, and this is where this healing starts. Because in the center, what this is all about is healing. This person is about to go into a very dark time of life, and you're seeing it. They know it, you know it, other people around you know it. And I'm not really, like, if it's family, like, the way this is hitting, it's very personal to this person. It could be affecting you too. Like this storm, you're going to have to weather the storm too. But the way it's hitting this person specifically, they're getting like, that's where the strongest part of the storm will hit, is on this person. You may be affected by it too, especially if it's family connected. But they're going to get the brunt of it. They're going to get the high winds, the nasty wind, the rain coming at them, the lightning strikes, all that craziness. It's gonna be the worst for them. You still could be in part of that storm and dealing with it yourself, but you're very well aware it's gonna hit them the hardest, and you're seeing it. If it's family, I see that can definitely work out that way. If it's more of a friendship or a family, I'm getting it's more like, it's kind of like almost like an earthquake. Like it's shaking them down. You're having the after ripple effects, but it's really like knocking their building down type feel. And you're just like, you're seeing it coming. You know it's going to happen. They know it's going to happen too. It's like it's already starting is what I'm getting. And I'm getting, the healing is you staying connected with them, but somehow like, because I feel like there's not much you can do except just like make sure they know you're there, and if they need you to call on you. Because the situation is like, there's this storm coming towards them and they're trying to prepare for it. And you see they're trying to prepare for it. You're letting them know you're there, but you're very careful to not get in their way, because they seem to be already moving around doing what they need to do. And you're aware of this, and you don't want to get in their way, but you want them to know, if you need something, let me know. I'm there. I'm here for you. And I feel like you're watching this play out, and I feel like this is hard. That seems like the hardest part, because you're here, you're willing to help, you're very well aware that they're weathering the storm on their own. They seem to be handling things. The way you're looking at it, I feel like it's like, I want to help, but I don't want to get in the way. And this person seems to be working very diligently to try to, they would like to avert the storm, but I feel like they have to prepare for what's about to happen, is more what's going to go on. So it's almost like they're trying to close things up, they're trying to weatherproof things best they can, but it's coming. They'd like to avert it. I don't see it's possible. It doesn't feel like it is, the way this is coming. You want to help, you're there. I feel like this is becoming very upsetting for you, because you are very, very, very aware that you cannot just jump in and start doing things, because it will cause chaos. You could easily make this a lot worse on this person. You don't want to get in their way. I feel like your instinct is to jump in, but your head is saying if you do that, you can make this a lot harder on this person. For that reason, you're holding back, but you're like, you're just, every now and then you're reminding them, if you need something, let me know. I'm here. I can do something for you. I want to help you. I feel like you're watching it. And I feel like that's the hardest part. You're watching all this happen. You want to help, but you don't want to get in the way. It comes back over and over and over again. Now, this person, they're going through this. They're going through this. And I'm getting, the Hermit comes in. The Hermit is actually evolving into the Ten of Wands, excuse me. Because they're looking for ways to fix this. They're trying to find ways to circumvent it. They are preparing for it. I'm getting that Ten of Wands comes in as the storm is hitting, because they're constantly trying to pick up the pieces. They're trying to keep the house from falling down, if you want to put. And I'm getting, as this is going through, as it's transitioning into this more stressful time, they got the High Priestess here as well. They seem to be also accepting that the situation is not going to work out perfectly. There's going to be damage. There's going to be things that have to be fixed after the storm. They just want to survive the storm. And they want to, like, not just survive the storm, but for example, if it was a house hitting a storm, a very nasty storm hitting a house, they're trying to protect the house enough to where there's something to fix after the storm passes. I feel like this somebody, I'm trying to avoid it, but I feel like it's not the person you're connected with. Well, I shouldn't say that. The person you're watching go through this, is it? I don't know. It goes different ways. I get, because it's a general reading and they're reminding me that. But there could be like a cancer or some type of medical problem going on here. And it's either them or somebody that they're taking care of that's going through this. And there's a real possibility of crossing over. And I feel like it's getting rough. It's getting really rough. This person with the High Priestess, as it goes into a more stressful time, they're not expecting it to be perfect, but they just want to make sure they get through it so that after the storm passes, they can pick up the pieces. But they're afraid that the storm might wipe out the house. The house being like taking life. The house, like either them or somebody they're taking care of losing their life. And they're really like, they're evolving to the spot where they don't need things to be they don't need things to be like, how do I put this? Things are going to be messy. Things are going to be rough, and they don't need things to be easy, but what they do need is just to survive it. And I feel like that's the mode they're going into. I'm seeing you watch this, and you want to help, but you're also like, I don't want to cause them to fall. I don't want to throw them off balance to where they lose control and they can't hold on anymore. You're very, very, very connected, and your heart is getting stronger and stronger where you want to help, but you're very, very cautious because you're like, I can't just run in there and just do things. I have to make sure it's helpful and not just doing things that make things harder. And I feel like you're very, 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 very on point with this. Like, I want to help, but I got to be careful not to throw people off. I got to support the situation, not create chaos with it. You're very, very particular about that. Like, you're watching. You want to help. But I'm getting the healing is happening here because you're there. You're there, and they know you're there. And it's hard to watch this, but it feels like you're watching this person go through some things. And while you're watching this go through, like, if there's anything that's unresolved from the past, like, I feel like things are actually ironing out at this time. Even though there's no talks, there's no intimate talks at this time, I'm getting like there could be some healing either by them knowing you're there for them or you holding back and, like, letting things work out. Like, 'cause I'm getting healing is happening here by the way you're handling it. There's not a talk. It's just the way you're handling it. This person seems to be, if there was any type of discord in the past with you and this person, it is being completely healed based on the way you're handling it. Either, again, because they know you're there and you will help them, or because you're holding back and you're not getting in the way, and it's really making them feel better. Because they know that if they need you, that you will help them, but you're not pushing in until you're called on. But I feel like you're just every now and then you're reminding them, like, I'm here. If you need something, I'm here. What I'm getting here is where this is ending, this situation. This person is going through a tough time, and it does not seem like it's ending quickly. It feels like it's going on for a while. Now, this is a very interesting situation because I'm noticing mostly with this card, to me, that's a winter scene. And I feel like if I get it close enough, you can see that that is a winter scene. I'm getting you're on ice at the moment. And I'm getting like this is a frozen train is kind of what it feels like. But I'm getting like whenever they need you, you will come into action. I know it says safe travel, but I feel like you're kind of staying on the outskirts for now. It's kind of like you're frozen. I'm getting the frozen scene mostly. I have to be honest, I'm not getting you moving away from this. I'm getting that you're waiting to be called into action. The train, when I feel a train that's very strong, that's something that does not, like if a train is at full force, it does not stop. It blasts through whatever it's going through. I'm getting the winter feel here more. I have to be honest. Like I feel like you're on ice, and your time will come in the future where you need to come and help things move forward. All right, so I get the train connection now more. Your time in the future will come where you need to help move things forward. You're going to help pick up the pieces, and you're going to help move the situation out of where it is. You're going to help, but right now you're on ice. You're not doing anything. You can't. It's pretty much waiting. And it feels sad. It feels really sad because I feel like there's going to come a time in the future where you're afraid this is not going to work out, and you're just going to pick up the pieces and just you're kind of coming out of this dormancy, and you're actually like that movement forward is moving it out of the sad time, bringing things back up, bringing the energy back up, moving on from the situation. Now, there's going to be a time later on down the road where this is more fitting. I'm seeing this situation is not, whoever this is hitting for, like especially, I feel like the majority of you that this is actually hitting for, what you're watching this person go through, this is a big deal. This is not easy. It's very rough. There's going to be a lot of loss. One way or another, there's going to be a lot of loss here. And when the majority of the storm has passed, and it's time to pick up the pieces and do the cleanup effort, if you will, you're coming out of dormancy at that point, and you're helping fix what was destroyed. It makes me really upset when I feel it too. It's a very upsetting energy. I'm getting there's been a lot of loss at this point. There was no way to avoid it. For some of you, somebody did leave the game. Somebody did cross over. Not everybody, though, is going to experience that. But those who did end up getting through it, there's so much that needs to be fixed afterwards. There's so much that has to, like, I feel like there's a lot of help needed. There's a lot of help needed, and you're helping bringing it back to normalcy as much as possible. I feel like that's what they're trying to say. They're saying not to overdo it because it is a general read, and they're reminding me that again. I think I get too... Cause sometimes I feel like I connect them to a specific line, and I feel like it jumps throughout the reading, so I don't know. Somebody's going to be very upset, and I get this. But they're going to help. They're going to battle through that sadness, and they're going to help pull that situation up out of the dirt and dust it off and do the best they can to make the situation as good as it can from that point on. I'm getting a very strong sadness though, but I feel whoever this person is, they want to be held down by the sadness, but they just don't feel like that's an option, and they're fighting through it. It's sad. This card is sad. When it comes out of dormancy, I'm getting there's a lot that went. There's a lot to see. It's like there's a lot of devastation. It's not right away. It could be a couple months down the road, and I'm getting there's a lot of sadness, but the person this is really hitting for is not letting that hold them down. They don't feel like that's an option. And they pick themselves up, but they're picking other people up with them, and they're fighting to bring it back. And they will. Whoever this is will succeed. It seems like that's specific. So there might be a couple people that hits for, but still. It's a general read, so this is going to hit for a few people in different ways, and I get that, but I feel like that we needed to make that point. This is not going to take you down. You will survive through this. You will get through it. You will wait and decide it will be painful, but when your time is to help, you will do that. And you will pick yourself up, and you will push forward, and you will help return this to a better place as best you can. Because I feel like that's what's happening. Like you're lifting somebody back up, and it's hard because I feel like you have to lift yourself up at the same time, but you're not seeing it as an option. You're just doing it. Good? All right, I'm going to shut that down there. Hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.